I'm just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor. Fine, do what you want. Go on, Falcon, make a fool of yourself. Monsieur Kingsley, you say that you were sitting upon the railing of the Pont des Arts on the morning of the incident. Yep. Is the Pont des Arts a good fishing spot? I assume you would be better off fishing upstream away from the city. It's okay. You would think the pollution would scare off the fish, but some species thrive in it. I managed to catch a 70-centimeter zander from that spot the other day. Really? A 70-centimeter zander? What bait were you using? Good question. See, some like to use worms, but I found that a good roach will always triumph. I object. This is completely off topic. Sustained. Discuss your fishy business once the trial is over. Yes. Monsieur Kingsley, you had a good view of the Louvre's south entrance, didn't you? Wait. No, he's... the thing's all the way over here. What about the other entrances? Other entrances? You mean like if they were entering from the Tools Garden or Palace to Carousel? No, couldn't possibly see those areas from the bridge. Oh, I remember. He came from over here. But of course that isn't relevant. Monsieur Kingsley witnessed Prince Juan entering the south entrance with a flower in hand, and that's what counts. What if Prince Juan didn't enter from the south entrance? What if he approached from the Louvre from the Tuileries Garden? Tuileries Garden to the west. That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence that Prince Juan entered the Louvre from the Tuileries Garden? As a matter of fact, yes I do. I have definitive proof that Prince Juan approached from the west, not the south. Hey, I know what I saw, Monsieur. I'm doubtful too. Go on, JJ. Show us this definitive proof that Prince Juan entered from the Louvre of the Tuileries Garden. The book page. Look at this. A book page? Page 44 of Don Quixote specifically. It was found just outside the Louvre's west entrance. This proves nothing. I'm not done yet. Take a look at this. Don Quixote. This is the book Prince Juan has been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he had it on his person for some time. And yes, page 44 is missing. That was the first thing I checked. You do realize that this means, don't you, Seven? The defendant was present in the Tuileries Garden prior to entering the Louvre. This also means that, in all likelihood, the defendant entered the Louvre from the west entrance, not the south. He could not possibly have been seen by Monsieur Kingsley from the Pont des Arts. What? I know I saw Monsieur. Fine theory, Falcon, but maybe the defendant took the long way around. One can still travel from Tuileries to the Louvre's south entrance by walking along the river. An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the pre-murder scenery. Let's not say silly things, Kakariko. Okay? Maybe the defendant deliberately left the page there to mislead the investigation. Now you're the one who's blindly speculating. It's not blind speculation, it's viable hypothesis. You are fond of logic, aren't you, Kakariko? Let's talk about Occam's razor. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. the page of Prince Juan's book fell out on his way to the Louvre South entrance. 2. Prince Juan deliberately planted the page on the off chance that it would be discovered, then took the long way around. How dare you! Nerve of you to lecture me on such basic philosophical concept. Stop lecturing when you stop making such basic mistakes. Monsieur Falcon, please calm yourself. What is the point of all this yammering? The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, utter fiction. No, everything I said is the truth. I suspect the witness isn't even a fisherman. No, I'm not a fisherman. See, he admits it himself. That's not what I meant. What a twist. Prosecutor, have you something that will put this arrogant falcon in his place, don't you? I must concede. You concede? On this point, at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that the key component of Monsieur Kingley's testimony is false. Ah, no! This doesn't mean that Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcon has demonstrated is that this particular witness is unreliable. But I did see something. I really did. Alright, so maybe I didn't exactly see a shifty-looking fox. I made that part of the story up. But I did see a swan lurking around South Entrance on the morning of the murder. A swan? Do shut up, witness. Your word is mud at this point. How can we possibly trust anything you say? Your Honor, Judge Romulus, we're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to start on the Hare versus Tortoise trial. It's that late already? Curses. I was hoping we could have had the case wrapped up in a single trial session. Shame, but ultimately an accurate sentencing is always preferable to a speedy sentencing. Yes, alright. I don't need to hear you moralizing. Court will resume on this Friday, 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your job. Get this Fox conviction already. I will do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honor. Kind of weird that the judge is really wanting a guilty verdict. That came up in that trial, huh? Yes, no doubt about that. But something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Monsieur Kingley, lie on the witness stand? Well, it's possible that he was coerced or bribed. That's just what I was thinking. Maybe the real murderer threatened the fisherman into making up a story about Prince Juan. Let's keep an open mind. Anything is possible at this stage. But to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial. Judge Romulus, he's acting without a shred of professionalism. He's obviously more interested in securing a guilty verdict than he is in discovering the truth. But why? Maybe he has a vendetta against Spanish royalty. I'm not so sure. There must be something else at work here. Excuse me, Mr. Monsieur Falcon. It's the Barney! Sorry to bother you, but this letter just arrived. I think it's for you.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
A letter for me? I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office.
Have you been demoted to courier status, Rupert? Oh, hush, Sparrowson. I don't need to be pitied by a first-year dropout. Ooh, good comeback. So what does the letter say, Falcon?
It's a threat. A threat made with cut-out newspaper letters.
Whoa, I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon, stop your investigation or else there will be consequences. Gary.
There is no question that this letter originated from Major Howell's murderer. He or she must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth, despite the fact we really aren't.
Sounds about right, but why would a person write with cut-out newspaper letters like this?
Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Although I can't help but wonder why they would bother, since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to.
Still, we're going ahead with our investigation, though, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. If a lawyer was deterred every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, with only 3 days before the next trial session, excuse me, we can't afford to worry. We can't afford to be worrying about petty things like this.
Tuesday, Wednesday, well, you're right. Let's make those days count. It's a brand new day, and I've got too many places to visit. Okay, let's go here. Here for a little right reading, are we?
Not quite, Sparrowson. I'm following the Hunting's Beagle advice.
Don't eat poisoned pork?
The other piece of advice that if we want to learn about a member of royalty, we should hit the library.
Oh, that makes sense. Hey, Falcon, I've been meaning to ask. Since we're in the library and all, are you a classic literature fan, or do you prefer more modern works?
I like the classics, you know. Elaine Renee Lasagna, Crebillion Fills, that sort of thing.
Don't try to act smart. I saw you reading that book of naughty limericks the other day. I didn't think I would notice because you put a dull-looking slipcover over it, but I knew, Falcon. I knew.
Donkey. Nathan. Would you Monsieurs mind lowering your voices? I can hear you squawking from the other side of the building. My apologies, Monsieur. We'll keep it down.
Wait, you're a librarian, aren't you?
Absolute observation. Yes, Monsieur. As the only quiet person in the library, I am most assuredly the librarian.
Well, now that we have your attention, my friend wants to ask you something.
I do? Oh, right, I do. You seem like a scholarly, well-read individual. I'm sure you're up to date on geopolitical news and the like.
I don't need your praise.
Spit out whatever, imbecilic question is in the back of your throat. Well, we understand that the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Can you give us a brief rundown on who the contenders are?
What a trivial question. Even an elementary school child can name the immediate heirs to every throne in Europe.
Yes, but for the sake of those children who slept through that class, can you refresh our memories? Very well. Pay attention, because I'm not going to repeat myself. Current reigning monarch of the Spain is Queen Regent Isabella II of House of Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand VII. Upon her death, the crown will likely fall to her husband, King Consort Francis, Duke of Cadiz. Although it is certainly possible that an immediately family member could stake the claim. However, the Queen's position is currently being disputed by Carlos, headed by the Count of Montemolin. Hope that answered your question. Did you catch all that, Sparrowson?
Not a word.
Monsieur, we're actually interested in Prince Juan Carrido of Spain. I don't think I heard the name in your explanation. Prince Juan Carrido? Is that what you said? Monsieur, I think you've been misinformed. There is no current Prince of Spain, and I'm not even sure Carrido is a real name. It is certainly no line of any Spanish monarchy. How strange.
What does this mean, Falcon?
Well, one thing is for sure, our client is not the Prince of Spain. Maybe he's a delusional lunatic, or perhaps he's involving us in some sort of con. I don't have long before the trial, but it may be in our interest to confront Prince Juan directly and get some answers.
Right.
Are you two quite done chit-chatting? Yeah, may as well. I borrowed this book from a friend. Can you tell us about it? Don Quixote, La Mancha. It's a classic. Everybody's read it.
Yeah, everybody. But for those who haven't,
I'm not going to sit here and summarize a great work of literature for two imbeciles who are too lazy to read. Nor would I expect to, monsieur. But what can you tell us about the physical book itself? This particular book doesn't come from any library, if that's what you're asking. See? There's no library stamp or card. I assume it was acquired from a bookshop. French bookshop, if the French translation and publishing information wasn't a giveaway. I see. Thank you. You have any other questions, or can I get back to work? That's all. Don't worry, monsieur. I think we're done here. Thank you for your time. I bid you good day.
I wish I learned that a couple days ago.
Let's check just in case.
Goody, we wasted a day.
I think there's a... Oh! No, the previous day. Wait, where did we go? Okay. Alright. We're gonna do this. We're just gonna speed through this real quick. Okay. I don't think we're gonna get anything from the chocolate place.
Except for chocolate.
Nothing from there. The bar is useless. Concierge. I have no time for your quibbling, monsieur. Stand aside.
You can't talk to me like that.
I most certainly can. We have reason to believe that you are housing a suspect under false pretenses. That is in direct violation of Statute 204B and 488C of the French Criminal Code of Justice. Failure to comply with our request may result in you, yes, you, monsieur, for being held directly responsible for any consequential legal action.
All right. No need to break out the legalese. I'll go open the cell. Well, Falcon, how'd you memorize those criminal codes?
Memorize? Come on, Sparrowson, learn how to bluff.
Hello. Ah, Senor Falcon. It is so good to see you again. You'll have some good news about my case, I hope?
We're gonna go angry. Drop the Act 1. You fed me a string of lies at our previous meeting, and I don't appreciate having my time wasted. You appear upset, senor. Of course I'm upset. You hired me to defend you and then made every effort to sabotage your own case. Tell me, what's your real name? Why, senor, it is Juan Carrido, of course. If you want your trial to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come, Sparrowson, we're leaving. Wait, calm yourself down, Monsieur Falcon. I'll reveal all.
Did you say, Monsieur? What happened to your Spanish accent?
Your suspicions are well placed. Juan Carrido's not my real name. I'm not a Spanish prince. I was just a persona I concocted for the purpose of getting arrested. Why would you want to get arrested? You're putting me in a difficult position, Monsieur. If you tell you the full story, I could be putting someone else in danger. How about this? I'll tell you a story.
I like stories.
There was a girl, Mademoiselle, who has a great deal of debt. Everyone has debt these days, Monsieur. Indeed, but this particular Mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and that man wished to collect. Mademoiselle had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, and I will forget you what you are owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I am owed from your parents. With no alternative options, the Mademoiselle accepted. But another man, a gallant knight with foolish, archaic notions of chivalry, heard the Mademoiselle's story. The knight knew that murder was inevitable, but he saw a way to take the fall for the Mademoiselle's place. Do you understand what I'm saying, Monsieur? To be honest, I'm completely lost. That's unfortunate. I thought I made the message fairly clear. Well, it doesn't matter. Let me give you a piece of advice, Monsieur Falcon. Sometimes the problem doesn't lie with the one on trial. Sometimes the problem lies with the justice system itself. I'm still lost.
Me too. Where are we?
Mon Dieu, this is hopeless. Why don't we talk about something else? So what is your real name? What is a name? A foolish little pile of secrets. A vapid reflection of who we really are. Today I'm Juan Carrito, the Prince of Spain. Tomorrow I'm a Bruno Rare, pauper living under the bridge in the scene. That doesn't change who I am or what I do. That didn't really answer my question. No, I suppose it didn't. But you're a smart bird, Monsieur Falcon. I suspect that you already know my real name. Oh! You are Reynard Vulpes, private investigator. Very astute. And you are Monsieur Falcon, private defense attorney. But that wasn't always your name, was it, Monsieur Falcon? Just like me. You know how to adopt a new persona on a whim.
You changed your name, Falcon? I didn't know that.
This isn't about me, Juan Reynard, Monsieur. We're trying to uncover the truth here. Of course. So, what truth is it that you're attempting to uncover, Monsieur Falcon? Nothing. I don't have any more questions for you, Juan. I think we've learned all we can for now.
Really? I don't feel like we've learned very much.
Oh, Monsieur Falcon, before I forget, could you find Mousy and ask him whether the birds have successfully flown south for the winter? Whether the birds have flown... What is that? Some sort of code? Something like that. But rest assured, Monsieur, that this doesn't directly pertain to the case. Well, if I have time, I'll be sure to let Mousy know. Let's make a move, Sparrowson. Trial day is approaching.
Right. Thank you all for watching. You're welcome to come see me record these episodes live at twitch.tv/SuperBunnyBun.
You can also say hi on Blue Sky at SuperBunnyBun.
But most importantly, I'd really appreciate it if you could like yourself, comment about how awesome you are, and subscribe to Happy Thoughts. And until next time, stay fuzzy and huggable. Bye!